On November 18th, 2001, Nintendo released a system which completely revolutionized the staunchly competitive video gaming subculture. With a fill rate of 648 megapixels per second and a 64-bit data bus, the Nintendo GameCube was one of the most powerful and pleasing systems ever to reach the market. GameCube should be extolled for the release of one single game on December 3rd, 2001. One single game which has changed the lives of so many. Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Y'all ready for this?
Alright, well, it was second semester, senior year, and for the first time in my high school career, I had a free period every single day. It was an amazing feeling. I must say, the break really gave me so much. I came back to 8th period after my 7th period free with so much more life, with so much more yearning for knowledge. It was amazing how much this break really did for me. But one of the best things was that I was able to really explore what the world had to offer during those wonderful 43 minutes. And really, as a group, there was a group of us who had 7th period free, and we decided as a pact that we would try to do as many things as we could 7th period. So, hey, and we have accomplished an amazing amount. I've gotten my hair cut.
I ran for U.S. Senate during 7th period.
I climbed Mount Everest during 7th period.
I went deep-sea fishing.
I ran a marathon during 7th period.
I was married during 7th period.
I lost my
wallet
during 7th period.
But the most amazing part came when we found ourselves drawn to the basement of the wonderful Eric Bronstein. We would go to his house for the food. We are scavengers of the sort of nomadic peoples during 7th period who eat from wherever we possibly can go. And this day we happened to be at Eric Bronstein's house, and we went into the basement and saw a large TV. A very, very large TV. And so it began. The GameCube was on the floor. We asked, just wondering, do you have Super Smash Bros. Melee? And he said yes. And, that's where it began. We played multiple times per week until a certain girl, Florencia, started yelling at me a lot because she does not enjoy Super Smash Brothers. But we worked out a deal, and we're fine, and she is wonderful, and I love her. And so, okay. Yeah, so Super Smash Brothers, that's where it began, 7th period.
Yeah, so like, don't you think she's pretty hot?
Yeah. Mrs. Babulis.
Screw you, man!
Don't Yeah.
Hey, there's something above your head.
What?
No, look.
What?
There's something above your head. Look.
What is it?
It's your Smash Bros. Name, man.
Oh my god.
Oh man, it's a 7th heaven!
Yeah, what's this god above your head?
Are you serious?
It doesn't say Javert above mine, does it?
Are you serious?
Oh my god, it
Like,
does.
Smash Bros is taking over my life!
No, it's awesome. That's awesome. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah. Alright, take that.
Clearly, something was happening within the psyche of these boys.
Guys, we gotta go outside, man.
When was the last time we went outside?
12 days ago.
12.
It hasn't been 12 days.
I don't know.
It's probably been like
Still, I need some sunlight.
Where do you want to go?
I don't want sunlight.
Shut up, Aaron.
We have like this radiation right here.
Shut
So
up.
You're so
Should we go to Four Corners or something?
you just call me.
Like, what is
gay.
there to do in this town?
I did.
You can't say.
Let's
gay on
let's
TV.
go to Four Corners. Come on, let's go to Four
Alright.
Corners. What the hell?
Wait, hold up. Let me just.
No
Come on,
contact.
guys. We need to go. Let's just do this. We'll get
It's
get
not
some
even
coffee.
Day out. It's night.
You know
We'll
what?
get some
You know what,
coffee.
Seth?
We'll go.
Seth,
Whatever.
Seth,
Let's
hey,
go.
hey, can't play anymore. That's right.
It's healthy. Sun
Might
makes
even
you.
eat.
It's
Come on,
great
right?
time.
Whatever. No, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Go. Seth.
Yeah, so, Smash Bros?
Yeah. The boys no longer had control over their obsession. In order to further understand the growing addiction, we must now explore the roots of Diplomacy Club.
So I'm just supposed to go. Diplomacy, bookshelf game, copyright 1976. Supposed to be a recreation of World War I. Played by, was it 5 different countries? You're given a certain number of armies and navies, but basically your job is to take over the world. The problem, what makes this game unique is that unlike other games where you play sort of by yourself against opponents, in this game you have to have help from your opponents. To get help, you have to negotiate deals. But at the same time, other opponents are negotiating deals with the same people you are. When you turn in your moves, it is a rather interesting experience because you find out how much you can truly trust a friend. Oftentimes you find out how much you can't trust a friend. Friendships are won, friendships are lost through this game. More important, I think the good part about it is if played correctly, you will learn more about the other people that you know than you want to, because it will it'll show you how easy it is to get people to lie and cheat and backstab. This was a big game, from what I understand, University of Chicago, early 80s. I don't know if this is still true, but they had a dorm where I believe there were 7 floors. Game on each floor. If you finished it in a certain number, you got to move up. If you lost, you had to move down or off. My brother speaks of a legendary diplomacy player who was able to stay on the top floor for, I think it was either 2 or 3 years, even though everybody hated him. For some reason, they just couldn't get rid of him. So, diplomacy, I recommend it.
So how do we play this game?
Okay, so a dislodged unit can still cause a standoff in a province different from the one that dislodged it when 2 or more equally supported units.
I don't understand.
What the hell does that mean?
Okay, look. In
This is a
Diagram
stupid-
12, the
This is
Austrian
what?
attack from Bohemia successfully dislodges the German army in...
Guys,
Let's play
I've got such a better.
Let's just
I've got a solution for this one.
Risk?
No, not risk.
What the hell? That was, come on.
Hi, I'm Andrew Smith. I'm a Diplomacy Club Security Council member, and I play as Samus.
Hi, my name is Adam Okushek-Boro. I'm a Diplomacy Club Security Council member, and I play as Link, and I don't like him.
My name is Eric Bronstein. I'm a Diplomacy Club Security Council member and the host of Diplomacy Club, and I specialize in Jigglypuff and Roy.
Hi, my name is David Peterson, and I'm a Diplomacy Club Security Council member. I usually play as Dr. Mario, Yoshi, or Pikachu.
My name is Jacob Abalafia. I've been a Diplomacy Club member since the beginning, and I play as Zelda and Sheik. That's right, man enough for 2 women.
Hi, I'm Matt Baboulis. I learned from Fed and play as Fox and Peach, and I'm a Diplomacy Club Security Council member.
Hey, my name is Dan Keeval. I'm a Diplomacy Club member. I play as Dr. Mario and Mr. Game & Watch.
My name's Cecil Teal. I've been a member of Diplomacy Club for a good number of weeks now, and I play as Ness. He's the young lad with the bat. Cricket bat.
Now, not everyone was as excited about their new club as the boys.
When second semester started, kids started leaving school at 7th period and arriving at my house and descending upon the kitchen to get snacks. This started to happen pretty regularly. And then they started going in the basement and playing video games, which I usually stay away from, so I don't know what they were playing, but I found out later they were playing Super Smash Brothers. Very noisy, but they were having fun. They would be here for maybe 40 minutes, leave, go back to school. Then I heard that they were going to start playing Diplomacy on Monday nights. And Diplomacy is a game of international intrigue, and it seemed like it would be educational, because they'd have to know the history of World War I. I thought that was a good idea. And the other parents, I heard from one of the other parents that they were coming to play Diplomacy, and they thought it was great also because it involved knowledge of history. So they started playing Diplomacy on Monday nights. But there was always that loud noise going on down there. And it turned out they were actually playing Super Smash Brothers. And eating large quantities of food. And then they started making food requests for various frozen confections that I was supposed to provide for them, which I did. Some of the other parents apparently still thought they were playing Diplomacy, because I heard people, saying positive things about what their kids were doing on Monday nights. I kind of subtly let them know that maybe that wasn't what was going on. In any case, it became a tradition. Monday nights is Diplomacy Club, but it's really Super Smash Brothers Club. They eat a lot of food. I think I might spend, I don't know, $50 a week on food for Diplomacy Club. They make a big mess. There's generally cake crumbs and plates, and they don't actually use a lot of plates. They like to just delve into a frozen confection with just a bunch of forks, which usually makes a big mess all over the floor. It dries up, we vacuum it up. Anyway, they've gotten better. I think they're starting to use plates now. Anyway, they enjoy it a lot. I don't see my son as much as I used to. He's down in the basement a lot. It's a good way to end the senior year.
Boys, I hereby convene this meeting of the Diplomacy Club Security Council. I convene this meeting in order to discuss the presence of girls at Diplomacy Club. Remember, to ban girls, we must pass the vote with a 4 out of 6 vote. My vote counts twice. Let's discuss.
Well, I think that part of the problem with having girls come to Diplomacy Club is that it really takes our edge off, I mean, we come here in some reasons to escape the world, so that we can escape all the influences, the bad influences that girls have on us, and they take our edge off. They make us less competitive, and I really feel like that for the better gaming environment, girls should be banned from Diplomacy Club.
I don't know. I don't really like chicks.
Well, if you 4 are voting yes, then to save my own ass, I think that I'm gonna vote no on banning them.
I don't know, girls suck at Smash Bros. I want some good competition.
Oh yeah.
Alright, boys.
Oh.
It seems that girls have been banned by a 5-to-1 vote. Girls are no longer allowed at Diplomacy Club.
Well, I mean, that's a good question. I think the first moment I really thought about women at Smash Bros.
was one time when Meredith came, and she showed up. We were excited, to have a girl. We thought maybe this would be something we could share with the fair sex, maybe get some for ourselves. And turned out that she sucked. Turned out that she didn't even know what a KO was. And, I had to freaking explain to her what a KO was, and that I just didn't know. It really shook my faith in the game. It shook my faith in Diplomacy Club, and I think all of us knew after that night that something had to change. It was okay when, limited 1 or 2 girls, maybe Shoko would come and play as Pikachu. That was one thing, but to have an influx of girls, I think Julie came that night, and she didn't even try to play. She just tried to talk. Now, it was troubling. It shook a lot of people's faith in the justice of Diplomacy Club. So I'm not a member of the Security Council, but I supported the decision 100%. I would have voted to kick women out. I am a believer in equal rights. I would have voted for the Equal Rights Amendment if I had been in Congress in the 1970s, but, there are some things that chicks aren't good at, and Smash Brothers is one of them. Smash Brothers, there's got to be a wall there. There's got to be a wall to separate the men from the girls, and I think we drew that wall. We drew a line in the sand.
So I got banned a couple weeks ago from the Diplomacy Club for a lack of respect. Now, we didn't do anything wrong. I'm sure you'll hear otherwise from the other people. But all that happened was we came here after 70s, 80s, and we were having a dance party with other people down in Eric's basement, and then they had to leave, and so me and another person were left in the basement, and then...
Yeah. As much as I think we'd all like to think of Diplomacy Club as a refuge, as a place where we go to get away from the real world, there are times when the real world intrudes. And Matt's unfortunate departure, banning, really, was one of those times. Matt has a girlfriend, Meredith, and she's a great girl. We love her. Some of us more than others, some of us in other ways. But so one night she came over to Eric's house and with Matt, and they went into the basement. And they actually didn't even speak to anyone. I wasn't there. From what I hear, they didn't even speak to anyone. They went straight downstairs and commenced physical explorations of each other's sexuality. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then they came back upstairs and without even really saying goodbye, left. Basically used the hallowed basement sanctuary that we know and love as a den of sin and iniquity. A debauched den of sin and iniquity. And the Diplomacy Club Security Council couldn't allow that to happen. Matt had to be taken to task. I think the punishment in this case really did fit the
being banned. Alright, that was, like when I go to Smash Bros, I'm thinking, I'm gonna be emotionally completely wiped out, like after I leave, and it's like I don't even understand the feeling, but it's like when you go to Smash Bros and then you leave, it's just like it's like you're in this beautiful symphony, and it's like the composer's like an angel or something like that, and that's how you feel. And when I was banned for playing for Link, my entire world ended. That was the end of my world, and it sucked, alright? That's all I'm gonna say. And Link is not cheap, Okay, I won a lot because I'm the best. I'm the best, and, just suck it. That's all I can say.
So, Adam, back to Adam. Yeah, he is a core member of Diplomacy Club, and there's no denying that. He's an upstanding member, attends most meetings, and friend of all of ours. But there came a point when we decided we'd kind of leave our comfort zones. Try explore new characters, really try and expand our abilities and the goals of Diplomacy Club. Adam Adam wasn't really too friendly with the new agenda. He refused, actually. He refused outright to stop playing Link. That was painful. That was like a rebuke. It was like a slap in the face. To me personally, I took it personally. I know I did. I'm not going to speak for any other member of Diplomacy Club, but I took it personally, and I was really in favor of kicking Adam out. He would not stop playing as Link. And okay, he keeps winning. He's good. But Diplomacy Club isn't about winning. It isn't about the Rumble Pack when you win and get first place and stand up and shove your crotch in another man's face. That's not what it's about. It's about more than that. It's about trying new things. It's about friendship. It's about exploring yourself. For Adam, it really seemed to be about pops, about icicle pops, and playing as Link, and homoerotic motions with the icicle pop and his mouth. And you know what? I was beyond that, and I think we made a decision to kick Adam out. And he left. He left in a storm. It really was a cloud over the club for a few weeks.
Hey, I'm Fed. I play as Fox. And, I've been playing as Fox for a long time. My coach says, maybe you should branch out, play as Zelda or something. I said, no! Fox! Alright, check it out. I've been practicing this a lot. That's the move he does at the end. Yeah. Amy likes that one. Anyways, I've been playing Smash Bros. A long time, and I came and to teach my fellow colleagues a lesson in Smash Bros. The way we do it back at home in college, when we play college ball, or brawl, as we like to call it in college. So, yeah. Fox, signing out.
I remember when I found out David was gonna have 7th period free with me. I was really excited. We planned all these things. We're gonna go on adventures, go to 5 Rivers, watch movies, do a lot of really fun stuff. And then one day, we decided to go to Eric's basement. That was the beginning of a very, very bad experience. 7th period became Super Smash Brothers. Now, when you know that you're a little jealous of Pikachu, that's when you know you have a problem. David and I started to not get along so well. I couldn't stand him. All he did was play Super Smash Brothers. He was insane. He was gone. I did not exist. So that's when I officially became Super Smash Brothers hater and party pooper of 7th period. Someone has to be. They're insane.
Ben and I hardly spend any time together. And now he makes me call him Fox.
As party pooper of 7th period, I decided to wage a war against the Super Smash Brother boys. I started to use guilt trips on David and the other boys, and became in a permanent bad mood during 7th period. I would stay in the library, do math problems instead of going to Eric's house, and blame it all on Super Smash Brothers. So I like to think that I have a little something to do with the failure of Super Smash Brothers during 7th period, and the fact that now they have to play it in Diplomacy Club Monday nights.
First place, baby! Yeah, Mrs. Donnelly, Goldrich, Danner.